entrepreneurs, consumers. So, I want to continue talking about economic empowerment. I had a couple of people to reach out to me on my last video where I talked about economic empowerment and about not being so quick to cancel everything. And I used Tabitha Brown as an example and the Target situation. Now, number one, kudos to us, to the consumers, for showing Target who we are, because they made a promise and then they went back on it as if we were nobody, as if we did not matter, as if our dollar did not matter. By the same token, the reason we were rocking with Target is because they had started to put more black products in their store than any other company. Walmart, CVS, Sally's, any of them. So we were showing Target our appreciation and they were committed. Remember, they made a verbal commitment, which is why as soon as things got rough and they flipped on us, we flipped on them. And that's how you want to show up. Having said that, let me explain this. If you are an entrepreneur and you have worked and you get yourself aligned with the company, like I follow several people on Facebook that are very that are doing well and their business is growing. One of them, I saw they had a just made a partnership with the brand. Well, I recently had read that that brand gave a lot to Trump. you know, I didn't say anything in the comments because I understand to get that partnership, she had to work to get it. So I was not gonna damper. I put a, rain on her parade to say that she is still a black entrepreneur whom I will support, and I will support her, and not necessarily that particular product. So I said all of that to say, as we grow, as we continue to grow, everything is not going to be as black and white as we would want it. You do not want to cut off your nose to spite your face. And that's what all I was trying to get across with the Target boycott. I'm not telling you not to, but if you're gonna go and if you're gonna consume those products, make sure you still support us, because that sends a message louder than anything else ever would. Imagine you having a company and people are coming in and they're only buying the products that benefit them, because technically when we spend our money, we're able to do that. I am able to pick and choose, and I can buy whatever I want. And to walk into a store that does not celebrate me, or that has taken accepted the challenge and the ruling of a bully to not even think about other people, I can walk in there and really empower my people by only spending dollars that will go back into people that look like me. Talk about a slap in the face. All I'm saying is that I want you to start to think and to think other ways, because there are some people, truth be told, some of the same people that reached out to me and said, what are you saying? I thought felt this way. I do feel that way. What I understand is that as you get more, you have more to manage. And remember, if you don't think about anything else in my videos, I'm always talking about strategy, because everything is not that simple. And that's why I was explaining to some people as we were talking about it and about the boycott, and they were like, well, Jamal Bryant helped this one company sell out. And I was like, they sold out of the products they had right there. If they are in mass production in a company, he did not sell out everything they had. And that's not always the feasible option, and they have contracts. So I'm just saying, think about the big picture and don't be so ready to cut off when you don't know. That goes back to business. We always talk about companies. We talk about the company we work for. And that's why I'm always telling entrepreneurs, before you decide what's useless, what's stupid, what's not important, what you don't need, make sure you ask questions, you investigate, because the same things that you think are stupid now will look a lot different to you when you are the employer, when you are the lender and not the borrower, when you're handing down money. That's why I try to look at that perspective. I try to look at every perspective before, because my goal is to be the lender. And I've learned the hard way, and many of you know it. You can't help everybody. When you reach to try to say, oh, I just want to help, honey, you got to make money. And sometimes that helping is hindering you because people that do not pay, they do not think about it. Remember, I said earlier on the video, time is money. When a person doesn't pay for your services or your product, they will waste your time. People that don't pay, people that I've given a discount to, that came over, they got a good story. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what happened. Those are the people that are more demanding. They have so many things they want. They are critical of everything. They question, you got to prove it. Those are always the hardest clients because people that respect what you do and they respect your price, they're going to respect what you do. They're going to listen. They're going to follow up, and they will be your best clients. But the ones always looking for a discount, not so much. And every person doesn't deserve a discount. Your services cost what they cost. That's it, and that's all. You wouldn't do it like we are still saying the same thing, right? We got mad at Target because we were spending our money with Target. Well, don't go into the black businesses and start immediately wanting a discount. You didn't go in there negotiating with Target. You went in there smiling, and then you have the nerve to do a video and brag about their sales. But when you buy something from one of us and one of your people, you say nothing. Think about it. In a lot of ways, we are our own worst enemy, even though we want to blame and talk about others. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee of Doing Business Better. It's been your girl, Candy with Kim. I am waiting for you entrepreneurs. We are in the last month of the year. You know you're thinking about taxes. You know you want a refund. You know you're trying to figure out how you did last year, and you're thinking about next year, but you're trying to do it the wrong way. You need to pick up that phone and call me. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee.